Hi, this is Roger Walton from PCG. I'm going to be talking about compliancy. More and more businesses are being required to comply with specific security frameworks to pursue their chosen trade. Some operate at an industry level. For example, HIPAA, which protects privacy and data security in healthcare, is well known. Others include PCI for any business that needs to process payment cards, NIST 800-171 or CMMC for businesses in the defense supply chain, CGIS for law enforcement, and SOC 2 for businesses delivering SaaS applications. And there are many others. Also, compliance requirements are sometimes imposed by large businesses on prospective partners or even customers. For example, some large utilities require that potential subcontractors demonstrate compliance with the NIST cybersecurity framework, and insurance companies impose their own set of standards on clients as a requirement for providing cyber insurance. These compliance requirements can be very challenging for a small business to meet. Not only are some of the requirements technically quite complex, they also require interpretation of requirements that can be difficult for a layperson to understand. Here, PCG, we often help small businesses understand and meet the compliance requirements in their particular field. The first step in becoming compliant is usually an assessment. In this assessment, we walk through the list of requirements and determine whether each one is applicable, whether it's in place, and whether it's appropriately trained and documented. If one of these steps is missing, we help identify what actions need to be taken for the business to become compliant. Where partial compliance is an acceptable goal, we can also prioritize the order in which requirements should be tackled. The next step is to implement each of the practices or controls that needs to be put in place. PCG works in concert with our clients to develop appropriate policies and practices, adjusting existing IT systems to be compliant, adding additional layers of security tools where required, providing training, and developing documentation. Once a business becomes compliant, the final step is to provide many of the ongoing services that are required to maintain a compliant and secure environment. These may include patching the client's IT systems, periodic scanning for security vulnerabilities, monitoring the environment for potential security incidents using platforms like endpoint detection and response, and security incident and event management. It also includes maintaining and staying abreast of potential threats to the company's business and updating practices and the associated policy documents to maintain the compliance status over time. There's no doubt that these requirements for compliance can add a significant burden to the business, especially a relatively small one. The silver lining is that there's usually a good alignment between compliance requirements and sensible security that will help keep your business, employees, and stakeholders safe in the world of growing cybercrime.